smoking dope with Herbie Hancock is some bucket list shit right there.
The 100 Song Demo. A new song every week by the Evangenitals.
Number 2.
Never Too Late.
Well, it is never too late to change your life. And it is never too late to leave your wife. No, it is never too late to have one dance with me. Oh, it is never too late to take a chance and see. Oh, it is never too late to start again. And it is never too late to call a friend. No, it is never too late, so don't you hesitate. 'Cause it is never too late to fall in love.
Oh, my Uncle Johnny, he lived all his life in a constant state of struggle and a perpetual state of strife. But when he finally laid down and he gave up his ghost, every man in 14 counties raised a toast. Oh, he was so angry every inch of every day that the best mortician couldn't put a smile upon that face. But when I bent down to kiss his brow and say my last goodbye, from inside that cold old corpse I heard a faint voice start to cry.
Well, it is never too late to change your mind. And it is never too late to make some time. No, it is never too late, so don't you hesitate. 'Cause it is never too late to fall in love. My Auntie Edna, she was all thank you and please. She was a debutante who'd never want nor miss her morning tea. And although she was the apple of so very many eyes, she always kept a padlock between her thighs. Her lonely life, it stretched 150 years, in which she never took a husband, had a child, or drank a single beer, in which she laid upon her deathbed and she held the preacher's hand. She pulled him in the bed and testified until that man said it is never too late to try anew. And it is never too late to say I do. I gave a CD to Priscilla Renea, and she was like, "Girl, I don't have a CD player."
The hell, she's like, Grandma. Oh my God.
It's like, oh shit, it's happened. There we go. How are we gonna communicate?
Oh.
How are we gonna communicate to the youth of the world?
Are people cutting their cords yet?
Yeah, we're done.
Hold on, let me get in my time machine.
Like what? I've been found out. Living out of time. So,
I told somebody today on the phone that his company was so outdated. I said, I just feel like the only way that I can place an order with you is if I get in a time machine, go back to find myself a thrift store that I can buy a fax machine.
You're like, sorry, I'm going to have to send a reminder for my AOL password so I can send you an email and get your fax by phone number.
I was like, not like getting a time machine to go back to a fax machine, but a time machine to go to a thrift store to get because it's that far back.
It's like, wow, because they don't even sell those anymore. Somebody dropped it off.
Oh my God. I was like, I don't know how else to do business with you. That's what I told him. So anyway, Priscilla Renea is...
Yeah, so evidently CDs are done. Or whatever, depending on a certain segment. And...
They're done.
There he is.
Remember? Do you remember when
Mike's
CDs...
been saying that for a while.
Yeah, a long time. Yeah, they have been. Do you remember when Tower Records had the CDs in those, not just the jewel cases, but those big double jewel cases?
Yeah, with a safety lock on it. Yeah, man. That came with its own carry handle. It's like, those were enormous. That was...
In case anybody's wondering what's in that island in the middle of the ocean.
We're like, what are these contraptions? It looks like some bizarre torture device. Those were enormous. And sometimes they were like extra large.
Yeah.
When they wanted to keep it really secure.
Yeah.
But they did make viewing your CD easier, and we've always been willing to destroy the earth for convenience.
Yeah, flipping through the titles.
Flickety, flickety,
Flick,
flickety.
flick, flick.
Yeah, these are things that the youth will never appreciate. It's like that sound of like flicking through the big CD racks, and then like the big posters at Spencer's where you got to go through like the music posters, but then if you made it far enough, you got to the dirty posters. It's like hiding in the back of Spencer's, trying to look casual.
And those things that the posters were in, whatever those like folding door things.
Yeah.
You couldn't get to the back like all at once because
No,
they
you
were
had to be
too
like,
heavy. They were too
So you had to be
heavy.
like flip,
To
flip,
do, like,
flip.
Only like
flip,
5 at a
flip,
time.
flip, and then the chunk. Oh, how many times did I get kicked out of the back of Spencer's as a child?
Amazing.
Not allowed back there. But yeah, so CDs are dead.
Yeah.
And
CDs
then-
are dead, Grandma.
And then we're looking for a mechanism, because obviously we've been talking about doing this 100-song demo for so long.
Since CDs were popular. Apparently.
That's why we're late to the game. Damn it!
Got it.
The technology
got
shifted
this,
before we were done.
On the cutting edge.
Well,
the
I mean, I guess the
edge.
thing is that we're not done technically. So the idea is creating a motivational mechanism to make ourselves do what we said we were going to do.
Right.
And that it seems, actually, I was also super inspired by Cynthia Hopkins, whose CD I was listening to today.
Hello.
Compact disc.
Yeah.
Accidental Nostalgia is not available on streaming.
No.
So I'm not mad about it.
It's on the deep web.
It's
On the deep
you
web.
gotta go You got to go deep for those cuts.
Look at Mike's face. I love it.
Black market. That's terrible.
Deep web.
Deep web. He knows all the secret doings. But so Cynthia Hopkins did, when she moved to Philadelphia after her apartment in New York burned down, she started a podcast called Moving to Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. And I used to listen to this podcast all the time because it was just about her moving to Philadelphia and like, here's my new yoga teacher stuff. She just interviewed people and she wrote a song. And then she did it for a year. And then at the end, the last episode, she explained that pretty much the podcast was her obligation in a grant that she got for audience development. So she took a grant and took the money and was like, okay, I'll do audience development and I'll develop my audience by doing this podcast. And it's just going to be me talking about moving to Philadelphia. And she did like a song every week and then interviewed all the people from around the town and the shows she went to see and stuff. It was just, I mean, half the time they were recording in their closet and it was super cute. And I love everything she does.
She's amazing. I love her. And also, you can't play a CD on your iPhone.
It's true. I get conflicted in enjoying music when you're enjoying music, you know, where it's like, I like to be able to listen to albums, LPs,
right,
and CDs, and know while I'm listening to it that I'm having this kind of independent personal experience and that it's not engaging in a marketing machine where I'm part of like data and algorithms and, oh, you like that? You'll probably also like this. And so-and-so
right.
got
Somebody's
this many
not
spins.
Spying on your listening habits.
Yeah, and that my listening habits are kind of like my own. And then this, in something about that musical experience isn't like consuming music. I'm consuming music but then I feel torn if like I will have the moment where I'm listening to it on the CD and then I'm like, oh, should I be listening to this on the iPhone so that I'm giving that person credit and marketing and other people know that I'm listening to this person and whatever. And it's so disturbing in some way, like how we're drawn into
capitalism.
Yes. Yes.
It is. Capitalism is deeply disturbing.
It's deep. I just was having that conversation with somebody yesterday. Because
I mean, it's
we
over.
We're talking about trauma.
Good thing it's almost over. Good thing we're at the end.
Late stage. This is death pangs. The fish is gasping for air. I was just telling somebody yesterday. We were talking about that they're like a workaholic. And I was saying we probably have some sort of trauma, you know, that is causing you to not want to rest or be with yourself or have stillness. And he's like, I don't think I really have any trauma. And I'm like,
yeah, probably not.
I'm like, you're traumatized by capitalism.
Yeah.
Like that, we all can check that box to
Yeah.
be like, oh yeah, I've been utterly traumatized by the system.
Well, the great thing about this podcast is that we can absolutely track everything anybody listens to.
Oh, good. When we can actually see them.
Yeah.
If you're listening right now,
So
we
back
can
to the
see
point,
you.
the intent is to truly target and read,
Right.
consumer behavior and the way that they relate to our music.
And that ties in with our clinical study.
It's
Exactly.
true.
Oh my God, that's the best. Mike and I
yeah.
were laughing so hard on the Melissa Etheridge cruise because we were talking about what if we got a grant
Oh, yeah.
to fund a clinical study
Clinical study on
evangelicals fans.
on our fans. Well, I can
And
tell you
what
they're-
exactly is wrong with them.
we definitely have an interesting following of people.
Well, that's the thing. It would require a clinical study to try to really identify the commonalities because, I mean, the age span
Mm-hmm.
from toddlers to the elderly.
Yeah.
You know, that we hit that, and then, you know, across the gender identification spectrum, across religious affiliation spectrums, across economic or one of our super fans is homeless. One of our super fans is an evangelical Christian. I don't know.
I feel like
Intelligence.
Intelligence spectrum. Yes.
well, and I think that the question that I would put forth in the study, the hypothesis, to use the lingo, the hypothesis would be, is the Evangenitals fan just simply a human? Or something like that question. Because I feel like it's everybody. It's everybody. It doesn't matter if you're mentally ill. It doesn't matter if you're sane, whatever that means, or old or young or whatever, all the things. But it would be amazing to get a grant and do an entire study and then do all of the research.
And the one common
And the
factor.
one common denominator is that you actually have to be a human.
Cut. We're done. That was perfect.
Put the marker. Put the marker right there. Yeah. Humans.
Human. But I don't know, because then what about animals?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's animals that
Fish.
enjoy the music. We really gotta expand the scope of the study.
Plants.
Okay, I want to tell it. I want to tell this joke, but I don't have time to tell this joke.
But which joke would you have told?
I have my top. There's my top 3, I guess. One is about a pirate who hates ice cream. I gave away the punchline.
What's the other joke?